The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
Prescott looks to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Trucks over him. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 2nd down and 6. The Lance now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Looking to throw. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. They got his man complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott. And this one too low.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Prescott now. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines throwing for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points?
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first-half lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. It's complete to Snead. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
22 needles. Hey, check Mega.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Again, it's Lance. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. Here's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. Now it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? but it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Running right through it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 13. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Pass complete. It's to Ezekiel Elliott, who's running back. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have opened the lead up to 30. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Prescott on 1st down. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Blue check. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
On first down, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On 2nd and goal, Lance. Touchdown 49ers! Elijah Mitchell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Lance going to try to throw for this. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. Flushed out right. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Hey,
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
10 cycles.
Now a play fake. Lance. He completes it to Snead. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off of play action, here's Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming. And they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. Finding space at the 40. He's at the 50. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. He'll buy some time right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throwing here, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said no, not in a million years. But here we go.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
From the 39,
Lance. Samuel bringing in the slant.
and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Lance now on first down.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now the...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for